Säl och välkommen. I'm Hero, Icelandic teacher. So today we'll be reading the Hrafnkels Saga Freyskola. This is the first saga I read when I was first starting out many years ago learning Icelandic, and I think it's a good place to start. I made this simplified version that you can read if you're a beginner. Also for intermediate students, it's fine. And you should learn a lot. And what we'll do is my idea is to make many videos going through the whole saga. Today we'll focus on this first part, and I will read through it once, and then I'll go sentence by sentence, and I'll explain the vocabulary and some of the grammar to help you understand it. Okay, so first I'll read through it. Hrafnkell og Freyfaxi. Hrafnkell ríkur maður. Hann býr á Íslandi. Hann góði. Hrafnkell á hest. Hesturinn heitir Freyfaxi. Hrafnkell elskar hestinn mjög mikið. Hann segir, enginn má ríða Freyfaxa. Ef maður ríður hestinum, drep ég manninn. Þetta regla. Okay, so let's start with this title, Hrafnkell og Freyfaxi. So these are two names. Hrafnkell is the name of the main character who also gives the names to the saga. This is the saga of Hrafnkell. So Hrafn means raven and Kell means cauldron. So it's related to the word kettle in English. And this would leave us with raven cauldron. That's one of the most likely etymologies of this name. And then we have Freyfaxi. Freyfaxi is a hestur. Hann hestur. He is a horse. So Frey is related to the god Freyr, and Faxi means mane, which also a horse with a mane. So this is Freyr's mane or Freyr's horse. Okay. So Hrafnkell og Freyfaxi. Let's read the first sentence then. Hrafnkell ríkur maður. So Hrafnkell is a rich man. As we said, Hrafnkell, that's the name of the main character of the story. Hann This is the masculine singular in the conjugation in the present tense of the verb vera, which is to be. So he is ríkur, rich man, maður. Ríkur maður. So maður is a masculine word. It means man, but it's also used in Icelandic to mean any person. Okay, so maður is in the masculine singular nominative indefinite form. So this is a rich man, and it agrees in gender and number and case with ríkur. So this is ríkur and maður put together. Hrafnkell ríkur maður. Og hann býr á Íslandi. So hann býr. This means he lives. He lives. Hann býr. So a býr is the third person singular conjugation in the present tense of the verb búa, which means to live. So he lives á Íslandi, in Iceland. So in the case of Iceland, we use á to say in Iceland, but this varies a lot depending, and most continental countries use í. So for example, I am from Argentina and I will say ég bý í Argentínu. But sometimes for islands you use á, and also the names in Iceland vary a lot. So you can say í Reykjavík, but á Akureyri. And there are some rules for that, but there are also many exceptions. So sometimes in the case of places in Iceland, it's good to know what to call those places in a case-by-case basis, basically. So hann býr á Íslandi means he lives in Iceland. Og hann góði. So he is a góði. So what is góði? Góði is a word that means priest, or I would translate it as chieftain at this point in time in Iceland during the Icelandic Commonwealth, because it comes from the word from Goth, which is a pagan god, but at this time is so he had also political power and also a religious authority, but also political power of a specific region of Iceland. So he was a powerful chieftain, Han Kodi. And by the way, we're using the present tense throughout this because I think it's simpler, and also sometimes in narrative you can use the present tense from things that happened in the past, of course, but we'll be using the present tense here too. So, and Hrafnkell á hest. So Hrafnkell has a horse. So here we have á, which is the third person singular conjugation in the present tense of the verb eiga, which means to have. It's to have, but more meaning ownership or possession, because there are other ways in Icelandic saying I have. And this one we use for things that are stable or that you own in time. So he owns a horse, you can also say that. And it requires that we use the accusative then. So this is the word hestur in the accusative case, hest. So this is he owns a horse. And hesturinn heitir Freyfaxi. So the horse is called Freyfaxi. So the horse's name is Freyfaxi. Hesturinn. So hestur is the word horse in the nominative singular form, and hesturinn adds the article at the end. So this is the horse. Heitir is called Freyfaxi. And so that's the horse's name, Freyfaxi. Og Hrafnkell elskar hestin mjög mikið. So Hrafnkell loves the horse very much. So han elskar. Att älska means to love. Jag älskar, þú elskar, han, hon, það elskar. Okay, so this is conjugated in the third person singular, the present tense, elskar. Hestin is the accusative, like hest, but with the article at the end. That's why we have the in. Mjög mikið. So we're using again the accusative because that's what this verb requires. So Hrafnkell is the subject in this case, and he is the one who loves a horse, or in this case, the horse. Freyfaxi, right? So that's why we have to use the accusative, because he is the one being loved. And mjög mikið means very much. So mikið means much, mjög means very. Og hann segir, he says. Att säga means to say. Jag säger, þú segir, han, hon, það segir. Third person singular, hann segir. Enginn má ríða Freyfaxa. So no one may ride Freyfaxi. So no one is allowed to ride. So enginn means no one, nobody. Má means to be allowed to, right? So it's related to English may in the sense of you may not, or you may. Enginn má ríða means to ride, and Freyfaxa. So you can see that the e turned to a because this is in the dative case. Because this specific verb, ríða, requires that we use the dative case. You will see that for most verbs, like elskar, maybe 70% of them, the direct object requires that you use the accusative, but there's maybe 30% of other verbs that require that you use the dative case. This is one of those, ríða, Freyfaxa, even though we're referring to the direct object. And ef maður ríður hestinum, so if a man, or if any man, so if anyone rides the horse, drep ég manninn, I kill that man. I kill the man, so I will kill that man. So if anyone rides the horse, so Freyfaxi, I will kill him. So what's interesting here is F is like in English, if, and ríður hestinum. So hestinum is the dative, so it's the masculine, dative, singular, definite conjugation of hestur. So ríður requires the dative, right? And we're saying, so he rides not any horse, but the horse, Freyfaxi. So that's why we have here the article to hestinum. And drep ég manninn is I kill I, so I kill the man. Man is the accusative of maður, and manninn is the man. So I kill the man. Here, a trepa, which means to kill, requires that we use the accusative. So ridur. So let's review some of the verbs. So hampir requires that then we say á Íslandi, somewhere. Then á at eiga requires that we use the accusative. Then heitir, we use the nominative because we're saying he is called, so his name is. In that case, we use the nominative form. Hrafnkell elskar, for elskar, we use the accusative. That's what elskar requires. Then for ridur, again, we use the dative. And for trepa, we use the accusative. Okay? So, þetta regla. This is a rule. Þetta means this is, regla, a rule. So this is a rule. No one may write Freyfaxi or I will have to kill that person, right? So with this, we have set the stage of what's about to come. You can imagine that, well, this rule might be broken in the future. We'll see what happens. So if you're interested in learning more about this saga, or you want help in any topic in your Icelandic learning journey, feel free to contact me. I will leave a link in the description where you can book a trial lesson with me, and you can book a private lesson too. So, tack fyrir og bless bless.